Welcome to Great Talk and Entertainment. I'm your host, KJ, and this is the podcast where I review movies and TV shows from all your favorite superheroes, including Marvel Comics, DC Comics, and much more. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Great Talk and Entertainment official channel. Now let's go, baby. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the podcast / YouTube channel. This is going to be my non-spoiler review for the new movie by Sony Marvel's Venom: The Last Dance. So, if you're not sure if you're going to see this movie and you're not quite sure if it'll be worth the time, the money to see it, let me be the one to convince you to go check this out. So, I'm going to give you my honest review, my honest opinion about it, and that's it. So, before we get started, if you guys could, can you pause this, give me a thumbs up, and share this video with anybody who's interested in movie reviews, especially when it comes to the superhero, sci-fi, drama, or action-packed movies. You know, anything like that. This is the place for them. Great Talk and Entertainment official channel. So share this around, support the love, support the channel, support me, and I appreciate that. So, again, this is a non-spoiler review, so let's get into it. The Venom: The Last Dance is an action-packed film with an emotional ride. The way this film starts off, with no hesitation, with battle scenes throughout this whole film. And I have many reasons why I've enjoyed this, and I believe this will be the reason you may enjoy this. One thing is, you'll see another side of Eddie Brock and Venom. They both show how much in life has changed them in this world that they live in, how much they gotten better on teaming up, and how much they have matured. This is the most superhero story out of all three Venom projects. I thought they executed everything on point. The plot of the movie makes sense if you only based it on just the three Venom movies. Venom 1, Venom 2, and this one. And I'm happy how it ended. And I also loved Tom Hardy's performance, and director Kelly Marcel did an amazing job. They both kind of worked together on this script. And you can kind of see Tom Hardy's ideas and inspiration throughout this film too. And I don't think it's a bad film at all. The way they did the multiverse, they made it as simple as they could explain it to make it easy to understand. But there's really not much of a mention about the multiverse in the MCU as far as that goes. And they definitely didn't have a lot of things to do with Spider-Man, but I'll tell you what, I recommend seeing this film. You know, a lot of this film takes place after the events with Venom: Let There Be Carnage, and they're just pretty much, this film is tying up the loose plot holes from that second film. And again, they're not really focusing so much on the MCU, but they acknowledge it one time, and that's really it throughout this film. Now, the post-credit scenes are a lot different, so I won't talk about that until you check out the spoiler review for this, which will be out this week. And I'll tell you what, as far as it goes, it's enjoyable. I think you're going to love it. The comedy was funny. I love the goofiness. I loved just seeing Tom Hardy just portray Eddie Brock and do the Venom voice. I like the idea of it's the world's in danger and it's up to those two to save the world. And I also just enjoy all the action. I love seeing the cool CGI VFX effects go into play when it comes to a lot of the fight scenes. And I'll tell you what, you know, this is a perfect ending to I would say a great trilogy film. because this is the third film, and this is Tom Hardy's last time playing Venom, maybe full time, but he may make appearance later on in life. Who knows? But I like this film, and it doesn't make quite as much sense to it. It's not like the best, and I see why people gave it a bad review, and I see why that's not really received love from the audience as well. But what I think is what people, I would say this: if you take out the MCU reference, the Tom Holland Spider Man reference, and just watch it based on Venom 1 and 2 and this one, this film makes completely sense based on the two Venom films. No, this film does not make any sense. The story does not fit well in the MCU when it comes to the multiverse story. It does not. And as far as the main villain, I think comic book fans will enjoy it. I think the excitement and the hype is real for the main villain, but if you never read the any Venom comic books or comic books in general, the main villain was a letdown, and you kind of forget about who's the main villain of this film, and that's where I can see people not understanding the main plot of the story, because the main villain can be forgettable real easy just because of where they went with this, and some of the scenes didn't make sense, and you can kind of tell there were some scenes that were probably cut out for whatever reason. But that's so I don't think the main villain was great. I think the main villain would be great in further projects, but it's Sony. I don't know where they're going to go with it, and the way this film ending, it seems like they're probably done with Venom. So I'm not really sure. But as just a movie, it was a great movie, and I think you'll love it. And I think again, it completed a perfect trilogy of a Venom film. Just based off of 1 and 2, and this third installment. So I gotta give it love. I gotta respect it. I love it, and I honestly, it's one of my favorites too. And honestly, it's worth seeing. Amazing actors and actresses on this movie, and they brought a lot of these characters to life. And just to see like Venom do Venom stuff is really cool. And I think the enjoyment of the exciting action ride of this movie is what's going to convince people to enjoy it. So I definitely would say go out and watch it. It's worth the money. It's worth your time. So definitely check this out. And as far as it giving a 1 out of 10, I'm going to give it a 7. It wasn't the best, but it's not the best because it doesn't make sense what's going on with the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the MCU, but it does make completely 100% sense if you just base it on just the Venom movies alone. It makes sense. It's because I read one where they said, it just felt like Venom is where he was at from the first Venom film, and Eddie Brock too, but I disagree. I think these two showed how much they care. They showed more kindness. They were more heroic about it, especially Venom. He was more heroic about it. He actually showed how much he cares about planet Earth. And, we see a softer side of Eddie Brock too, as well. So it has its best moments, and it's really good. I don't think it's like gonna make sense of the MCU, so I don't see Kevin Feige trying to add that story into the Secret Wars of the Avengers movie. So if that's what your people are asking, no, I don't see it, but just a film. I've given it a 7. So that's my review, y'all. Thank you so much. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Great Talk and Entertainment official channel. Subscribe, hit that notification button so you can always be updated with all my latest content. Thank you guys, and peace out.